Kalimera, 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 everyone. Good morning, John. Hello.
Good morning, good morning. I'm good. I'm very good. I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Another good day
How's
today. The
sorry?
17th of September. Another good day.
Another great day.
Another great day. Every day is a good day. So, good morning, everyone. Kalimera, kalimera, everyone. Welcome. Kalos ήρθατε in Greek, which means welcome. So, I hope everyone is doing fine. I hope everyone is enjoying the charts and the markets, how they're moving up and down. We have the volatility kicked in today and yesterday and the day before and tomorrow because of the meetings in the US. Right. Let me bring the music in the background to kill the silence. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to Basman. Good morning, Stelios. Kalimera. Good afternoon to you over there. Easy. Kalimera. Good morning to you, sir, my friend. And to the rest of the gang that they're going to come slowly to this daily market update. Without any further ado, let me go full screen. All right. Okay. So, what do you want to say? Something? I think I cut you off. So, I beg your pardon.
I was ready to get to put a joke about Bassman.
Oh right. Okay.
Bassman is just a joke. Actually, you have to change the Bassman 365 to Spider-Man right now.
Spider-Man 365.
Because of the bite from the spider.
So yeah, Bassman. Unfortunately, yesterday he got.
I read
bitten.
it.
Yeah,
I read it on Discord.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he got bitten by a spider. So we make that internal joke that in a few days he's going to become a Spider-Man. Right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Let's get it.
To Australia. I hope Stelios is doing fine. Everyone is well. Good morning to everyone, and let's get going. Right. Okay. So here we go. We could see yesterday clearly that we had a little bit of a breakout. Okay, so we're breaking out from our focus box, getting insight to our threshold, and you can see that it got respected and is pushing to the upside. So that could be easily a trigger. That could be easily a trigger, and that could be a late trigger. All three of them, I do not expect, and I understand this because we cannot grab all three opportunities. Depends, it's down to your time zone. It's down to your timing as well. Where you're available, where you're aware, where you're around with this. When this event occur. So it's just here to mark out, the multiple opportunities that you had. You can see here it got rejected on the 50. It was coming down, retested the bottom of the range, and then it's pushed into the upside and holding above inside the threshold zone. So far, LTA is looking really, really good for Bitcoin, and it's pushing. Okay. Now today there's a big fear going on in the markets. So let me go to the VIX. This is the volatility for Standard & Poor's 500. So you can see that in the US now the markets, they're showing a little bit of fear. You can see that it's slowly grinding towards the upside. Okay, so because of the meetings today, there is a fear that they think there's going to be, possibly there's going to be some cuts. So you can see that a little bit of the market is, the fear is increasing. Within 500 top, companies, stocks inside the U.S. economy. So that will affect the rest of the market. Well, we'll see how, how people will deal with this kind of panic, and we'll see which direction they're going to get. Okay, which direction they're going to go to. I have a look a little bit on Dixie. You can see that Dixie is dropping. Okay, and that gives a little bit of a positive influence to the Bitcoin. When Dixie is dropping, Bitcoin is going up. So now we see that Bitcoin is going up. You need to understand this is not purely of investment inside Bitcoin. This is because of the influence from Dixie, right? So the value of dollar is going down. The rest of the values, the opposite pair, is going up. Of course, the bots and the market makers and high quality traders, they're going to use that as an opportunity. So when they see that DIX is going down, automatically they know that the normal natural way for Bitcoin is to increase each value. So what they do, they open longs at the same time. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, yes, we do see Bitcoin going up, but this is not a solid investment push from Bitcoin. It's the influence that it gets from Dixie, and then you have the domino effect, right? The reaction from the high quality traders that they're going to say, hey, it's going to go up anyway. We don't want to lose any opportunities. We don't need to put any pressure. We just go with the flow and we go open longs. And the higher it goes, because of Dixie, because of the fear, the better for us, right? It's kind of no risk trade. No, there's no need for the risk for them. Okay, so far Bitcoin is looking good on the 15 minute. Let's go to the 12 hours. What do we see on the 12 hours? We see acceptance above 15.8. Remember that we said that we had a little trouble since Monday, right? It's trying to go above 15.8. It got rejected multiple times, and there it goes. It's going pushing and pushing to go to the up. So we see now that we're breaking above 15.8. So what is our next target? 122 once again, and in between we have a little bus stop, I may say, 119 and 2. Okay, so this is 119.2 roughly. Okay, and this is 1, 2, 2. So we see that we broke over. Let's see if we can find support or test it for support, because that was a rejection. That is a breakout. Let's see if we can find some rejection and then go straight up. Maybe because of the volatility today, maybe it wants to go higher. Also, I want to point out, just a heads up, that you have two areas here that you need to be careful. Okay, and we're going to classify them as resistance. No, wrong button, wrong template. There it is, resistance. So that is the resistance over here. Okay, and then you have another resistance over here. So this is where where we are now, right now. So we have these two guys here that we need to be a little bit cautious. Before it's going to hit 118 and 2, we need 119 and 2. We need to be a little bit heads up, see what's going on, monitor that area, and then analyze the risk, analyze the event. Let's see the price action, what it's going to do, and then we're going to adjust our trade. Okay, so just to let you know that if you do see like a rejection, don't panic. It's not because everybody starts selling crazy. It's because we do have two major resistance going on over there. And time wise, we need to see what's going to happen in the US with the meetings. Do we going to have rate cuts? I don't know.
We have strong news today.
We have some strong news today. I mean, let's see what what's going to happen. Let's see what today is going to give us. Just to give you a little of an insight, look at that. Today, 9 o'clock p.m. my local time, which means way after the open of the US, you have the funds rate. We don't know if they're going to do any cuts, okay? And we're going to have the press conference. If I take these to the, let's say, into the Forex, let me see if I can go into the Forex. You see, they're talking about either 25 or 50 rate cut. Okay, so that doesn't look very, very bullish to the market. So let me go to the Forex Factory, which is more about currency, and let's see how these people they print in the calendar. If you want to come and load, there it is, and here we go. There it is. We got Canada and we have US federal funds rate, FOMC economic projections, FOMC meeting, press conference, everything red. If I go to more, you have more red going on around the currency. As for today, the Wednesday the 17th, and tomorrow, you've got other countries that are trying to affect the markets, like New Zealand. You have Great Britain over here, Japan later on Friday. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit interesting week. Okay, so we need to be a little bit, careful. There's no need for panic. Okay, it's just only for us to understand what's going on. Let's have a look a little bit on the fear and greed index inside the market on the crypto space. Let's have a look, and it's 53. It's neutral, right? Let's see later today what's going to happen as we see that the VIX is increasing. Okay, so let me see what else we can have a look. Alt season, I believe that it's going to be high up, 76. We passed 75. So yeah, I mean the market is telling us these measurement, that chart is telling us that we are inside the altcoin season. Let's see, we don't see a huge curve apart from Pengu, IP, MNT, which means Crow, ENA, Ethereum, Link, AVAX. Everything's going kind of flat. No big numbers compared to Bitcoin, but who's left behind? Atom, GT, Pepe, Leo, Ton, XMR, Tau, ICP. These guys, they still have a long way to go. But Vet, Avi, Dot, Render, Uni, Cas, Near, the big ones. Sui, Ondo, Jupiter, Paul, Algo, XRP, ADA, Hype, Doge, HBAR, Solana, ARB, AVAX, all of them are ahead of Bitcoin. Okay, so it looks like we're going towards Bitcoin season. Let's have a look on the monthly. Based on the monthly, we had some volatility going on. We spiked up inside the altcoin month. It dropped a little bit, but I can't draw a line. But imagine this is your lows down here. This is your mid section, and this is your high section. So you have an uptrend. So it came down fine. A support of that imaginary fantastic trend line that you see on the screen. It's not there. But yeah, you can see that kind of is looking that it's going to respect that support and push once again towards the upside. Days since last altcoin Bitcoin month, 4 days for altcoin, 67 days for Bitcoin. Right, new metrics here, lovely, nice to see. Okay, cool. And let's see one final one before I move on. Let's see who is trading. MYX Finance, look at that, nice spike. STBL, the market cap is 114 million, so that's another high risk, and you can see that it's increasing in a nice manner. So let me go a little bit higher, 90 days. Okay, it's really bright new. There's no information here, so be careful with that one. But if it's got some volatility, why not? You see all the metrics here are very low, trending the last 30 days. Okay, CoinGecko talks about Aero, Avantis, Bitcoin of course, Doge, ENA, Hype, Linear, MYX, Pengu, Pump, Sky, Stable or STBL, and Toshi. CoinMarketCap, they're talking about BNB and Pancake, so there's a lot of activity perhaps inside Bitcoin and PancakeSwap. So a lot of things going offline here. Filecoin, Merlin, MYX, and Stable. Teletop winner, MYX, Stable, and Toshi. High trading volume right now, IMX. Why not? MYX and Wave. Where have you been, Wave? Right, okay. And trading for the last 30 days, CRO. So the exchange of CRO, crypto.com or Chronos. Something going on there. There's an activity going on there. The last 30 days, 51%. The last 10 days, okay, they have a little correction. 1 day, 0.6, nothing major. 1 hour, 1.4, nothing major. But yeah, you can have a little idea what's going on. Why not have a look on WIF and IMX, which is two well-known tokens, and maybe MYX to grab an opportunity. If there's a hype right now, which means a lot of people are going to look at it, they'll probably trade it. If there is an opportunity and performance going on, like good nice percentage movement, this is what we want, right? In and out, simple. Right, going back to Bitcoin, let's have a look on the 15-hour time frame very quickly. It's looking good. We're breaking out from the focus box and the threshold box and still rising. So the next target is going to be 119.2. Okay, very quickly, Ethereum, it did the silly thing up and down, the same thing as Bitcoin did. Okay, so it pushed all the way down, hit the 50%, and on its way up, get inside the range. And that will be your indication that you should be looking for longs. You get inside, right? You did not get rejected. Look at that. It went straight and rejected on the 50% of the range or the bottom of the focus box. Look at that. Rejection, deviation, and then it goes in. That is a good sign for you to go in. Obviously, is dealing with the G level, goes all the way up. It gets rejected, abandoned wick. A lot of people, look at that, is rejecting all the 50% between the ranges. It comes back, trying to retest the bottom, small deviation. I shouldn't really worry about this. A lot of people may have, let's say, a stop loss on the previous week low, which is down here. So probably few people will get stopped out if they use that week, or if they use that week over there, they're still safe. Speaking of which, let me see if I put a long tool here from this level, trying to target the next guy here. Where will you put your stop loss? A lot of people will put the stop loss here 0.41. Okay, so most likely you probably got stopped out. But once again, inside the focus box and the threshold, you can open a second trade and say, hey, I'm not giving up. If you didn't, there's no reason for you to take a profit here, to be honest, right? You enter the bottom of the range for you to get out of the range. So that's not a case of TP. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to try to make things look nice. No, that is our TP. Okay, so it turned around, it came back and hit our stop loss. But once again, when you see acceptance going in, you open another trade. Fear not. Okay, you're not giving up because of one little bump. Okay, imagine that you are a rally driver and you stop the car because you fell into a pit hole, a pothole. No, you don't stop. Of course you don't stop. Right, even if you have a flat tire, you change the tire and keep going. Right, okay, so Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking good today. Now you understand why they're pushing. It's because of Dixie dropping. Okay, let's bring that Dixie back here. Remember, it dropped and that gave the favor to Bitcoin and Ethereum to go higher. So please be careful today. Have a look what's going to happen after the opening of the US. Watch out for the news. There's going to be some volatility. Make sure you grab the right direction. New people that are still not comfortable yet, I'll say to you, sit back, don't do anything, and observe. Make notes.
Just watch.
Just watch what's going to happen, okay? Just watch, observe, and see how the market is reacting to the news. Now, a disclaimer with huge letters. What you're going to see today, that doesn't mean it's going to happen the next time when we're going to have the same kind of meetings. Like, they're talking about rate cuts. It's not going to happen the same way. Okay, so I don't want you to say, oh, they announced a rate cut and that went down and the other thing went up. No, it's not going to happen again. Okay, it is not a rule. Why? Because you don't know what the market makers, because every time, see it that way, every time they're going to feel a threat, they're going to scan the market, all the markets, to see where is the next safety area, shelter, okay? Because they want to secure their funds, okay? They want to secure the money that they have. They don't want to lose. So before the meetings, they're going to shift, but every time it's going to be different. One day they may choose to go to gold, another day they may choose to go to oil, another day they may choose to go to crypto, another day they may decide just to pull off. So it is not a recipe that every time you're going to have rate cuts that you should go all in Bitcoin. No, okay? But if you feel a little bit skeptical today and you're not feeling, let's say, confident enough to play with this kind of fire, just sit back and have some popcorn and just watch what's going to happen. Have some salt, some butter on the popcorn, and I don't know, maybe you like toffee, and just watch and see what's going to happen. Make notes and see, the volatility and how long will it last. Is it going to stay there for 15 minutes? Is it going to stay for an hour? Is it going to create a panic? What the market's going to do? What the other traders are going to do? And enjoy. And then you come back tomorrow after the meeting, after that the market has come to consolidation, and then you can choose if you want to, find another opportunity to trade. Try to keep things as simple as possible. Do not put yourself in a difficult spot, okay? That's not the reason that what we do here every day. Right, that's it from me. It's time to go to General John, the XRP General. And there it is. He's already have the XRP up and running. Look at that. John, it's all yours.
Yeah. I'm watching XRP. I'm watching very close. I want you to note something that you said something that actually it's a key when you start trading. Actually, be on trading with crypto, forex, whatever. Mm-hmm. Taking notes. That's a very good key. To take notes, how the market is reacting, how the people is reacting. If you see any news, just take notes. It's very important. Now, about XRP, if we go on daily, what do we see over here? We saw a huge move to the upside for XRP. Have smaller G-level range over here. G-level. Come on, you can do this. Sorry,
you can do it.
Let's start over. Let's start over again.
Okay.
So
fast rewind. I have here. Fast rewind. Let's go back.
So I have here smaller G-level because I have the biggest one because it's very way back the old history of XRP. So right now I have a smaller G-levels over here to see more details about XRP in the correct phase as it is, the correct price. And let's go to the 4-hour time frame over here. What do we see on the 50% on this area of G level at $3? Right now XRP has made support at this level. Did manage to break it below because we saw a movement since 13th of September. We saw a movement to the downside. We saw a spike over here. Did manage to break that even lower. Went to the upside at 50% over this G level. Lost it for a bit and then went straight to the upside. But at 305 found some resistance and then went back again to the 50% at $3. Right now, I see some strength about XRP that did manage to lose it again, that G level, and stays above. For on a 4-hour time frame over here, I see that it's building some strength. Let's go in the 90 minutes time frame. There you go. You see at this G level over here, 305, we see that has two touches and didn't manage to break. We have first one and second one, two tries to break it above, but didn't manage to do that, and then went straight back to the downside. Over here we have a small liquidity, and we will see that if it manages to break that G level over here and stays above, then we will see a break of a previous high. Then if we see that break of a previous high, then we see a change of movement. Let's go on the 4-hour time frame. If anyone uses also the trend lines, you will see that over here it's still bullish. we see that XRP is going to the upside, because we see over here that, like we said in a previous, I don't remember, maybe it was a previous week, I think, I was saying about the Elliott waves. Actually, the price is moving in waves. So what do we see over here? Went to the upside, make that correction, stays over here again, and now it's moving again to the upside. When you see break previous highs, then you have
the reversal.
Your confirmation also. Yeah. Sorry?
The reversal. You have the confirmation of the reversal when you're breaking highs.
Exactly.
You're breaking the structure.
Exactly. You have your confirmation that is breaking the structure, and then it's going to the upside. Also, because we have news today, you must be extra careful, because we will see some volatility over there because of the rate cuts. When will be 9 o'clock?
9:30,
you said?
Yeah, 9 o'clock our local time, which means it's going to be like 5 hours after the US opening. It's going to be like right in the middle.
5 hours after.
Yeah.
So be careful with that. If anyone tries to trade the news, I will advise to put a small capital, because even that, you can see, actually it's gambling. But if you want to trade also the news, put a small capital. Don't use your portfolio in a whole
you can do it as a training, guys. You can do it as a training, you know. You say, you can do visual trade. Like, this is my long tool, and this is my short tool, and this is my validation. Make your TA. Don't engage in the trade, but do the TA and see what's going to happen. Okay, simple. Make notes and say, this is the area I'm watching. This is my trigger for my entry. This is my trigger for my validation. This is my TP. This is my plan A. This is my plan B. And let's see today what is going to happen. And just make notes. Just make notes. Not pick what exactly. Don't take notes what exactly is being said or how much they cut the rates. You just want to see that your TA, how much was helpful. Did you find opportunities? And if you took plan A or plan B, was that profitable to you? That's the notes that you need to make. And next time, you probably do what Johnny says, put $5, $10, something that for you to engage a little bit and make some coffee money, Treat yourself for next Starbucks because you played with the news.
Actually, it's kind of like a training.
It is. It's not like a kind of training. It is training.
It is training. And also, even on a daily routine, without the news today, on a daily routine, also we do some backtest. The backtest is actually helpful. It sounds boring, but it is very helpful. When you do all that, then you're going... Πώς λέει στα αγγλικά ότι βρίσκεις τα πατήματά σου και προχωράς πιο σταθερά.
Yeah, I mean, what he's trying to say is what you keep on doing that, right? And you get used to it because you're stepping forward by taking action. Okay, remember the three words that we usually say in the CIA is first, always action. Second is analyze. Third, adjust. And because you're taking these little steps, your first steps, then you establish your foundation, and then you progress as you analyze and then adjust. So the next time you're going to do better. But it's always action first. So far, we've been trained. I'll say majority of the people, 85%, 90% of the people. I'm not going to say everyone, okay? But I include myself. We've been trained to analyze first, trying to adjust theoretically, okay, with some calculations on the paper before we're going to take any action. It's the other way around. You take action, make sure you do something, and then on the way analyze how the thing is responding for you to tune it and fix what the mistakes you're making correct the mistakes and move towards in the direction that you want to go to. And if you see that you're not going to that direction, you're not going to give up, you need to readjust, analyze, adjust, because the action is already there. You're taking the action. Now you need to analyze, adjust, and keep going. So this is what John is saying. So once you do the little steps, you establish your foundation.
Exactly. So I have also marked over here, you see that red boxes over here. That is, as Ali said before with Bitcoin.
Red boxes. Red boxes,
yeah.
It's an alarm.
You will see. You will see some resistance. Those areas over here, you will see some resistance. But if it breaks it above, then you have also your confirmation that the price is going up. Over here, we have also that red box. What it is, it's a liquidity pool. Small one, but it's a liquidity pool. And always the price is chasing those pools. So keep in mind, also with the G levels over here, that as you see, they are perfect. They touching to the price in each other perfectly. So you have the G levels, you have also the spikes, the previous highs, and you keep going with the confirmations. That's all about XRP. Let's go on Solana. The Solana also is moving, and as we can see over here at 232, what do we see? That we see a strong support over here. Has too many touches and that specific G level. As we can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and now it's going to the upside. If I go again in a smaller time frame, it's going to 45 minutes. It's sitting at 50% right now between those G levels. We want to see that it will stay above that 50%, because if I break this G level over here, 2 points, there you go. If it stays above that 50%, then we're going even higher at 241. That's 241. It's going for the 241 in the next G level. At 241, what do we see? It's another 50%. Actually, not 50% because I have a bigger G level over here. But if it stays, and if it go above that 241 G level and stays above, then you have your second confirmation that it's going for that highs over there. We have over here two equal highs, and the price, if it's above that the red line, the price is going to break those 2 highs over there at 250. If you go on daily time frame, what do we see? That Solana, what is chasing? There you go. Over here, we see, as I said before, we see a good spike to the upside. That for me, it's some unfinished business. Why is it red? Blue. I like blue.
Blue.
You see, the spikes for me it's like a unfinished business, and the price we will cover that spike. But if we see Solana that is going at 295, actually it will break that 295, then we will see again a good correction. But as we see on a daily time frame right now, what do we see? Solana is moving to the upside. Hey, come on. Solana is moving to the upside like waves. That is what I say about waves. You see also the previous highs. Over here we have a previous high has broken. Over here the same. Actually it's equal high over here, but it's broken to the next one and going to the upside. Also look to the left. Always look to the left, because what we want to see when we're taking a trade, confirmation. Always taking our confirmation, and then we enter to a trade. Right now, as we speak, also has 43 minutes to close. We have a blue candle over here printing right now. It's a bullish candle. 43 minutes yet to go, and then we will see what exactly, where exactly this candle will close. Maybe we'll see it, see another resistance over here, and then go to the 50% and go to break that previous high that has over here, maybe, and go to the 250. And that's all about Solana. Actually, this specific area over here between those two G levels is actually working as a range. What do we see over here? There you go. If you mark it, right now it's trying to break that 50% of that range. If it says above the 50%, then we have our next confirmation that is going for higher at that red line that I have with 241 G level.
Nice.
And what our director always says, what we want to see, that we see it says above that 50%, break above that box and stay at the higher level of that box, and then going even higher. Those are the confirmation. Those are our zones that we're looking for, and also looking for the previous data, the previous highs and informations. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome, sir. You're more than welcome. Right, okay. Just before we close, we just about on our a little bit high on our mark, 37 minutes. But before we close, I want to show you, demonstrate you something very simple. I've shared that this list that I have, my watch list, is been shared inside the Discord. Okay, but let me share something very, very quickly, and I want you to see something. Okay, so what I'm gonna do automatic. And then I will go to 3 hours is fine. I love to see that. So this is the 3 hour time frame. Look at Bitcoin. It's going all the way up. Have a look on Ethereum. You see a push, correction. Now it's pushing. Okay, let's see the comparison between ETH and Bitcoin. You see that ETH was dropping, which means Bitcoin was dominant, but now you see a little bit fight going on here. ETH wants to show his strength, so we may have a turn. So maybe ETH is going to front run Bitcoin. Let's have a look. And let's have a look on total market cap without the stable coins. Look at that. It's very, very bold here. It's trying to break out of the range, come back, retesting the range and trying to push. So maybe, is it new fresh money coming in after today's meeting? Let's have a look a little bit on T3 without the stable coins. Okay, so once again, it's breaking out of the range, retesting above the range. So let's see if we're going to see a continuation. Let's see if they're going to break the structure. Okay, let's see if the fresh money is going to come in, flow in. So you have to watch this area. Okay, others, same projection. If I do this straight, there it is. Rejection, 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 support. Okay, so that is another question. Are they going to break the highs? Very quickly, look what happened in gold. Gold got pushed up. You see, they were looking for safety. Zoom out a little bit for you to see. Look for how long we've been ranging, and then finally they broke, and they went 1 G level higher, and now they're trying to find support. If the news are going to be bad, you probably see today that maybe they're going to get out after the meeting, right? Because that is a safety. That was a safety. Move the markets, wait for the rates, let the market drop, okay? And then they're going to jump in at the lower price, cheaper price inside the stocks while getting out from gold. And you may see gold coming down, and you see the stocks pumping because they got a better price, they got a better deal. So you can see that they move into the safety inside gold. Platinum, not so much. Silver, same thing. Silver is going up, and you can see now that it's doing a correction. Okay, this is the 3 hour time frame. Look on oil. Look on oil. Look at that. Oil was 161. It went all the way up to 64. Since when? Since Friday. Okay, just before the weekend, they were pushing to oil. Okay, natural gas, same thing. Since Friday, we're pushing inside the natural gas. Okay, and fuel. Now let's have a look on SPY. SPY is increasing by going in sideways lately. And look at that huge gap that we have inside ESP Mini. Okay, so I have a feeling that that gap is going to come down and get filled today. Let's see what's going to happen after the meeting. So we have a gap here. So let's see what's going to happen tomorrow with that gap or later today. So I'm going to put roughly a rough area here just to monitor that we have an imbalance, and let's see what the US is going to do about it. Okay, SPX, you can see the Nasdaq it has the same gap. These guys, they don't like gaps. Okay, they don't usually like gaps. So very quickly, Europe still inside the range. Look at that, still inside the range. Europe, Germany, a little bit of weakness. It's coming down. I'm not going to say very strongly, but it's coming down. The economy of Germany, UK, and look at that massive drop. Okay, we had a lot of protests going on in the United Kingdom. 3 million all gathered in the same place, and this is the aftermath. I'm not going to say it did bad to the business. It's because people were busy with other things, which is quite major. Japan sideways for a few days. Hong Kong is pushing. China is pushing. Look at that. What's going on in China? We have the news with Easy as well, right? Look at that. BNB is flying. So Dixie, it dropped, and look like what it's doing right now. Okay, it's trying to push up. So the currencies, they're probably dropping. Here it is. Euro is dropping. Why is dropping? Because Dixie is going stronger. You see, dollar's going up, euro's going down. Okay. US, watch out the pairs. Don't get confused. Why the previous one was showing down? Because it's euro against the dollar. Why the next chart is pointing up? Because it's dollar against the yen. Okay, so dollar is getting stronger, yen is getting weaker. Watch out the pairs. British pound is going down compared to dollar. Dollar's going up, pound's going down. This time is US dollar with Chinese yuan. So this dollar you see is going up. Why? Because the first pair it's dollar against the China. Same thing with the franc and the Australian dollar. Okay, so Swiss franc, there it is, and here's the Australian dollar. Okay, Australian dollar compared to dollar, so you see the Australian dollar is going down compared to the United States dollar. Right, and VIX, you can see here VIX is increasing. There's a little bit of fear going on in the United States. Just be careful today. Just observe and have fun. So I hope today you had a lovely market update. I hope you enjoyed it. We wish you to have a great day. Okay. Fear not. Things will be okay. Make sure that you have your levels, your conditions, and everything's going to be just fine.
And take notes.
Any wise quotes from you, General John?
Actually, I said earlier about the cautions, notes, and that you said before. We'll agree to that a lot, and also about the back testing that I said. It's very helpful. And εξελίσσεσαι, πώς λέγεται τη λέξη?
You progress.
You progress.
You're progressing.
Thank you.
You evolving. Προχωράς, αναπτύσσεσαι.
Evolving,
yeah, evolving.
And keep in mind about the three words that always our director says, the 3 A's. I have marked on my board over here, and I look at them every day.
We have to change, all of us.
Yeah, I have I have my title. It's the rule of 3A. That's the title I have gave to the 3 words that you say to us every day: action, analyze, and adjust. We have to change that, and then we will see a good progression to ourselves.
That is true. I mean, guys, we just need to be patient. I know that changes may sound bizarre or weird, and not easy to do at first. That doesn't mean that you're not disciplined. It's you fighting yourself with a system that has been embedded for many years. Okay, so it's not going to change overnight, but once you see it written somewhere, trying to understand it, trying to do it once, twice, 3 times, then it will become in nature. And that rule applies to everything. Okay, action, analyze, and then adjust. Don't worry about mistakes, because the mistakes in your life, in trading, in relationships, in your business, mistakes will make you analyze and adjust. So it means the mistakes are going to fine-tune you, and you're going towards a better direction. Okay, so I want you to not to worry about losing few cents or few dollars, so to say. I don't want you to think that you're losing. Just make sure that do see the mistakes, mark them down, and trying to make sure that what was a mistake, what did I do to have that kind of result. Okay, next time I need to be careful of this and this and this, so I don't have the same results. So I'm looking for new results. So you analyze and you adjust. Speaking of which, about altcoins, if it's altcoin season, you can see a few of them are pushing. Not a well-known tokens, but you see these popping up. So maybe it's part of the whole ecosystem that is moving. This is IMX. Look at that IMX. Zoom out a little bit. Obviously, I'm under a different layout, so we don't have any markings here. So let me see if I can go to the CIA layout and go back to IMX and zoom out a little bit. Okay, no markings for IMX. Oh, we did have markings on the IMX. Here it is. Look at that. The green line was acting as your major support. So let me go this very quickly. 200 or maybe 300, 350. There you have it. Okay, and do the breakdowns. There you have it. So you see sideways consolidation, a little bit deviation, but always you have like a range, and this is the breakout. Look how early you are on IMX. If IMX wants to move and give you something like this, okay, that's a 600 move. Are we going to get another 600 move? I don't think so, but you never know. But if this is the range and it wants to break out and move all the way up to $1.31, that is still a good decent move to the upside. From here to there, it's a 90% move. It's decent without leverage, 90%. So guys, if that people say this is the altcoin season, blah 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 blah, I'm going to be a little bit cautious, because I know I'm approaching the end of the of the bull market time wise. I know that altcoins haven't moved at all. Okay, it was always Bitcoin. We're expecting a little bit of Ethereum to move. It almost approach a good number, all-time high. Okay, so let's see if the alts, they're going to follow. Alts are always the last to move. Okay, so let's hope that Bitcoin, let's say, it's going to hover around 122, and that will give time for the altcoins to push. Aero, zoom out a little bit, and you can do the big impulse. Okay, this is the dinosaur, so there's no more information. This is your very top over there. Okay, let me grab my tool. That is the very top. This is the very bottom down here. Mark that as 4. Okay, we want to make sure that we have everything in place. Okay, make them nice and thick so you can see them. Here we are, and there you have it. Okay, and see how that is doing. Okay, look how that is doing, and you can do the breakdowns as well in between. This is the big key levels. Okay, this is your key level, this is another key level, and this is another key level, and that will be your next key level. Of course, you can break them down, and you're going to be just doing fine. Okay, you can see that, you know, that little guy here since, you know, March, April, I would say April. Since then, he's keep going and pushing to the upside. You know, look at that lovely trend line over here. Small deviations is fine, but you can see that it has a lovely parallel channel to the upside. Okay, now it has to deal with 131, and you want to see acceptance for you to carry on and go up. Is it going to go after the all-time high, the $2.34? Perhaps. It's been going on since, you know, steady on the way up, and as we always discuss, it's always waves, going up, correction, 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 going up, then a correction, then going up. You know, it's always in an uptrend, you know, in waves. Okay, you have trends. So that's it. I don't want to overdo it. And the next meeting, the next market update is going to be tomorrow. John, are you going to join us tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will be again in Aegina.
Aegina. Okay, so you went once to Aegina, and now everyone is getting after you. Oh, John is in Aegina. Grab him. Don't let him go.
Yeah, because I'm doing a documentary video about the production and the final.
Yeah. Okay, it's something that it takes time, because the documentary, you don't get everything at once, so you have to to show the whole process. So yeah, it takes time. Nice, lovely.
Yeah. And tomorrow we got the final process about
how they roast them.
Πώς λέγεται το φιστίκι εκείνης? Peanut, ναι, αλλά έγινα peanut.
Έγινα peanut.
Πώς λέγεται?
Well, it's our name. Το φιστίκι εκείνης είναι δικό μας. Τώρα δεν ξέρω πώς το λένε global, αλλά...
Στα αγγλικά πώς το λένε όμως? Actually, it's a product that it's specific... it's a peanut, yeah, but it's specifically from Aegina. That's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it's about the roasting the peanut.
Yep.
Actually, roasting and salting the whole process, roasting, salting, and
they call it, I just trying to remember now. They call them pistachios.
Pistachio, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the product.
The true name is pistachio, which is a Latin name, but yeah. And we have an island.
Video about that.
Yeah, so we have an island, you know, that is very, very common for us, that produce huge amount of pistachios, and then, you know, John is going to do the whole process. Lovely. So we wait to see John on the National Geographic very soon near you. Good stuff. Lovely.
So
okay,
tomorrow
guys.
I will be over there.
All right.
Tomorrow I'll be over there, so I won't be on the market update tomorrow.
All right, so it's going to be solo today, guys. Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay, no worries. We're going to be solo tomorrow. Okay, guys, that's it for us today. Tomorrow is going to be another lovely day, a great day. I wish you to have a pleasant day today as well. Make sure that you don't panic today, okay? If you see things that they're not going your way, it's fine. You know, observe, make notes, and we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. You know, what it did. Until then, be safe, have fun, enjoy, find opportunities, and then we're gonna see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Have a great day.
Every day is a good day.
Correct.